Well, good morning, everyone. I wanted to offer a thank you video to those of you who took the time to respond so encouragingly to yesterday's video. It's my channel. And for those of you who also watched my music video, that was a spontaneous decision to do the song Crying by Katie Lang. I do like Katie Lang. I wouldn't say I'm a total devoted fan of hers because I just haven't had a chance to listen to a whole lot of her music, but I do think she has a wonderful voice. And I like that song. I think maybe my favorite version of it is done by a group called Brotherly Love. And they're more of a bluegrass, probably more of a bluegrass gospel type harmony group. You can find that video on YouTube if you want. But I like that. And I really like the way that Katie Lang did that song. And she did hers with Roy Orbison, who is one of the authors of the song. So, anyway, I want to get back to my topic, which is thank you. Thank you so much to those of you who responded and were kind and encouraging and supportive. As I was reading the comments, it made me realize that I have a really nice group of people who are regular participants on my channel. And it's kind of an honor for me because most of you guys, I really don't have any regulars on my channel that don't offer intelligent, thoughtful, kind, decent comments. It's just the drive-by randos that are kind of rude and annoying. And there seems to be an epidemic. I'm not the only person that made a video like the one I made yesterday. This morning, I think I've counted 3 or 4 from other people. I saw one at the crack of dawn this morning. In fact, the woman's name was Dawn. I don't think I've ever seen her videos, but the video that she put up, I think, was a TikTok video that she moved over to YouTube, and the title was I Don't Care. And she basically said what I was saying yesterday, except she did hers in a minute and a half. I've already made a video similar to the one I made yesterday a few months ago. I made one and it was prompted by a woman who didn't have any content, who was coming on and telling me that I should be making more music and talking about my travels and talking about people who bash me as boring, someone who'd never been on the channel before, someone who didn't have any content on her channel, and yet she felt quite entitled to tell me what to do. It's just nice to know that there are people who don't mind the way I do things and come back for more every day and have good things to say that are intelligent and insightful and encouraging. And I do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Oh, my husband just sent me a message. Now I'm distracted. Thank you, Bill. So that was okay. That woman, Dawn, she made her video. And then I saw Lady G made one. Lady G is a tarot card reader, or tarot card, if you will. And I am just sort of a casual viewer of a couple of those channels. I don't really know much about tarot cards myself. We do have a deck. We actually have a couple of decks. My husband's more into that than I am. But it is interesting to watch these channels because sometimes they're insightful and interesting. And Lady G, who's kind of a neat lady, has a couple of poodles. She got, I guess, slammed because she did a video about what will happen when the current POTUS passes away. And a bunch of people were like, you need to show more respect for our president. And Lady G she is a veteran, so she took the oath that all people in the military take. My husband took it. My father took it. I even took it when I swore into the Peace Corps. I had to take the same oath to support and defend the Constitution. And everybody who works for the government generally has to take that oath, I believe. Oh, look who's here. Hi, Noisy. Hi. And then there's another tarot card reader I watch. His name is the Telltale Tarot. That's really hard to say. And his name is Tim. Tim is from England. He's very kind and empathic. And he has a really cute little dog named Alfie. And I like to watch his channel because he's comforting. He's obviously just a really nice man, a kind man. And I find him a pleasure to listen to. I like his accent. I like watching him interact with Alfie. Sometimes he shows his art. He's quite a good artist. He does gardening. And lately he has not been doing his usual tarot card readings because his father has dementia. And they recently had to put him in the hospital. And when he's out of the hospital, they're going to have to put him somewhere, a facility. So Tim has been talking about that, in part because I think he probably needs to, but also because people have asked. And he got complaints. And he addressed that yesterday, saying that people were complaining that his content was depressing and that he needed to go back to reading the cards. And he basically, he's the reason I made the video yesterday. I was going to make a video, and I was really angry when I made the first version, and I looked a little scary, so I decided not to put that one up. And it was also a rather profane video. There was a lot of swearing in it, because I was angry. And then I tried to make a humorous one, and that didn't seem right. And then there were a couple of others I tried to come from a different angle, and it ended up being too long. So I said, well, maybe I just won't address this. But then I saw Tim's video where he was talking about people directing him on what to do on his channel, and you need to go back to reading the cards. And he said, if you need me to do that, then you probably better move on, because I'm not in the right mind frame for that. So I could relate, and that's why I made last night's video. But he made one. So that's 3 so far. And then this morning I saw one by Tom Powell, who does a lot of really funny short videos about, most of his stuff, it seems to be the fuck around and find out type video. But he was taken to task for not showing proper respect, and why do you hate the president so much? And just like Lady G, he laid it out there. And I have to say, I agree with both of them. The reasons why I don't have any regard, or I don't have a whole lot of respect. Well, no, I have zero respect for the current president. I just don't have any respect for him. And I share it on my channel, and that some people agree, and they comment and come back. But I get these drive-by people who shame and belittle, and their goal, they don't say shut up, but that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make me feel bad, make me feel embarrassed and ashamed, and shut me up. And I'm sorry, but that doesn't sit well with me, because I'm going to be 53 years old next month. I've been around a while. Born and raised in America. That's my home too. And I have the right to speak about it. And I'm not going to sit idly by while Trump does what he does. I'm not going to be on that side of history where people didn't say anything and were too scared to act. I don't want that to be my legacy. So that's why I speak out about this. And it's for me, but it's also for those who agree. And those who don't agree, there are plenty of places you could be other than this channel. I don't understand why you would feel the need to try to dictate to a total stranger what they say and what they do. So, anyway, that was a bit long-winded. Sorry about that. But thank you all again for listening last night and for offering encouragement and kind thoughts and intelligent commentary. I appreciate that very much. It makes me feel like I'm doing something that is good, and it also makes me feel like less of a dummy. I guess. Noisy doesn't think I'm a dummy. He's Mr. Sassy today. He barked at us, made us get out of bed. Well, I think I'll sign off and maybe play with my guitar. Perhaps there'll be music today. We'll see. Ciao.